So, it seems as though a couple of you weren't convinced that waffles are superior to pancakes based on these incorrect statements. And so I'm going to debunk these. So let's start off with pancakes are superior to waffles. Now, this isn't really something hard to understand or comprehend. I really don't get how you guys don't see that they are. So let's start off with the first misconception. Made by Kiro, pancakes got cake though. Spelled pancakes wrong, and it's edited, so I don't know what you did when you edited it. So anyway, let's disprove that. So pan represents flat, alright? Otherwise, you're going to get a really uneven cook. It's not going to cook well, and how else are you going to heat that thing up? You know, this isn't an upside down wok, so. And cake equals thick. We all know this, not hard to get. But you say that pancake equals cake. Now, this is just not true, alright? So, what do you get when you mix a flat thing and a thick thing? You get something in between. Now, this is why when you have a pancake, it's flat, but then it has a slight curvature, right? So this curvature, it's not, it's not like this, but it's not completely flat, So, debunked, in my opinion. But we can keep on going. So, what you're saying is that pancakes only have cake in their name. But you are misconstruing this, and you're thinking that because it has cake in the name, that means that it must be thick. Now, this is plainly just not true. You could say this about, a lot of things, but debunked in my opinion. So let's go over what we just learned. Pancakes represent flatness, and flatness equals bad. It's kind of like how, it's just kind of how it is, and also, cakes are not meant to hold syrup, they hold frosting. Now, you might be saying to me, Mario, you can put whipped cream on pancakes. Now, whipped cream, a normal person would put whipped cream on waffles too. So that doesn't hold through. And if you put frosting on your pancakes or waffles, you're disgusting. Don't talk to me. Next one, Trippy Mango. Can you make perfect waffles in a pan? Didn't think so. Now, this is wrong, but we'll get to this later. And you get a waffle maker. Great. Can you vary the size of the waffle now? Now, this is very dependent on how much effort you put in and how lazy you are. Now, typically, the average person isn't going to go out of their way to do this. But as I said in my previous comments, alright, waffles have holes in them, which equals less batter made, which equals more waffles. Alright, now this is not very hard to understand. It's basic math, I did algebra. I think anybody trying to argue with me about this would also have taken algebra. And so, it's really not that hard to get. And the effort part, it really just depends on if you're going to, weld more metal to the pan and then, a little thing to catch any fallen batter. Now, the average person isn't going to do this, but if you're really craving some big waffles, maybe you will. But at the end of the day, the less batter used equals more waffles. Alright, so now let's get on to, Let's get on to, can you make perfect waffles in a pan? Now, this isn't a misconception I can understand, And so, if we go and we look at the history of pancakes, you got a lot of variation of pancakes. Pancakes have been around for 30,000 years. But the thing is, if you take a look right here under history, the ancient Greeks, you look at the materials they used to make these, they used curdled milk right here. Now, this is not something you'd want to be eating. Maybe then, not now. Alright, so, next, we have waffles. Now, if you take a look here, waffles have been around for, when I read it was like 3,000 years or something. But this is an old Belgian pan. Now, just because the common waffle, the common waffle, it's gonna look something a little like this, you know, a lot like these. That doesn't mean you can't have different older variations of these waffles. And so, this is why there are pans like these. So you're dead wrong on can you make a perfect waffle out of just a pan. You can. So it's really not that hard to understand. I don't get why you guys can't.